All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Karkadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So I wanted to do this lesson, as you can see, about friends. About proving a friend, about who's a real friend, and just basically, just like a warning to the Akim to know who you're around, and who you can trust and who you can't, man. Because there's a lot of people, a lot of 2/3, that are so called cool. It might be a coworker, or you might have known them from uh before you got into truth, or a neighbor, or just somebody that you see in your daily life. And we know at the end of the day who your real friends are. Because, matter of fact, and I was gonna wait to get the scripture, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it now, man. This is St. John chapter 15, verse 12. It says, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." Okay? A real friend will lay down their life for you. That's what a real friend is. That's what the Akim would do. That's who your real friends are. At the end of the day, the ones who you can really trust is the brothers mainly in your camp, first and foremost. And then, the Akim around the four corners. Those are the people who are in the trenches with you, that ride with you, that can identify with you. Those are the men and the women that you should have the most contact with in your daily life. Now, we know that, you go to work and you have coworkers, this, that, and the third. But outside of that, man, the majority of your conduct should be, with the Akim. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to Sirach chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 1 and I'm going to skip down. But it says, "Instead of a friend, become not an enemy, for thereby thou shalt inherit an ill name, shame, and reproach. Even so shall a sinner that hath a double tongue." Now it says, instead of a friend, become not an enemy. All right, so we're not in this to make enemies. Okay, you might see somebody from another camp, they might be with Comfy or IUS, UPK, or one of the other camps. You know what I'm saying? We're not in it to make them an enemy. You don't have to become a friend. You don't have to be buddy with them. And that's just in daily life as well. You don't have to be buddy with these people, but you don't have to make them an enemy as well. We're not out here to make an enemy of the world. We are out here to preach the truth and the matters, the facts of the Bible. Okay, don't ever compromise the scriptures, but we're not out here to make enemies out of people. Jumping down to verse 6, it says, "Be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000." Okay, so if you're trying to get sound advice, you should probably be going to your camp head or older brothers within the camp. You shouldn't be going to the 2/3 Timmy, to get wisdom from, or to get good advice, get sound advice, or women. If you need some real advice, you should be using the Akim, using your resources. Verse 7, "If thou wouldst get us a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him." So, man, you can't trust everybody, man. You cannot trust everybody. You gotta prove these people. That's why it takes so long for someone to cross the gun line. You gotta come out there in the cold, and take notes. And week in, week out, you at the camp. And when you prove yourself, then you can cross over. It's the same thing, man. Like I said, these people that you work with, they are your coworkers. They're not your friends. Okay? Unless they're got an attentive ear toward the scriptures, and you may be weaning somebody alone or something like that, then you can start considering him within a friendship. But other than that, man, these are acquaintances. All right, they shouldn't be held at the same regard, at the same respect as the Akim. Point, period, blank. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and he will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Yeah, man, people have agendas. Okay, they might want to, get friends with you. They see you got a little bit extra money. Oh, I'm going to get friends with him. And then, when I need something, he got me. You know what I'm saying? He got a good heart. I can see this dude got a good heart. People are users. People will use you, and that's just one example. I can go into plenty of others, but, for the sake of the video and time, we're going to move on. It says, there's a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. Right, man. So they get butthurt, or, people that, so like you guys were friends, and now, for some reason, one reason or another, he don't like you now. Now he's basically an enemy. He want to just, get some dirt on you or put salt on your name or something like that, man. That's not a true friend. Even if, if you had a true friend and y'all parted ways, y'all would part ways. You wouldn't talk no bad about him, and he wouldn't talk no bad about you. Y'all would just do y'all thing. That's like with Paul and Peter. They had two different methods of teaching, and, they didn't go to fisticuffs or nothing like that. Paul did his thing, Peter did his thing. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. It's like it. So when you need them and you down, everybody ain't gonna be there for you. But that's what the IQM is set up, man, to just checks and balances so that we got each other, man. This charity covered a multitude of sins. Most brothers in my experience have been charitable. If I needed something and I spoke up and said, hey, I'm kind of short, or hey, can I borrow this, or the brothers have been there for me. And I'm pretty sure most other brothers can attest the same thing. But that's the difference, man. We are really a crutch that you can lean on, opposed to, a coworker who, you cool at work and this, that, and the third, but he probably secretly talking shit. Yeah, that nigga out there, wearing a dress, preaching on 24th Street. He is street walking on 24th Street, making little jokes and side jokes and shit. That's not a friend. He might be cool when he around you, but a lot of these people still talk shit about us. I know they do. When they say, what are you doing out there? What you be doing out there? You can hear it in their voice. They was already curious about, what we do. Of course, we, hey, I'm preaching the Bible, this, that, and the third. But, their curiosity, they was talking shit. Man, is he crazy? What is he doing out there? You know how cold it was? But they don't understand what true love is. Slack it. Just get these last couple scriptures. This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24. It says, a man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. And that's why we call it the Akim, the brothers. Okay? Ak doesn't mean friend, it means brother. So when I say, hey, Shalom, Ak, peace, brother, how you doing? Because you consider these aren't your friends. These are your brothers. It's a brotherhood. Okay? And, and they show themselves to that. All right, and this is Proverbs 14 and 20. It says, the poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the rich have many friends. Okay? And this is talking about towards money, but we are rich. We're spiritually rich. And we do have many friends within this truth. All right? The poor is the 2/3. Because they think that they got friends out there. They real life are going through life thinking that they got friends when they don't really know what true brotherhood, what true friendship is. But any man that's been in this truth, worth his salt, understands what a true friend is and how true friendship works and how to reciprocate that love. Okay? So with that being said, I hope you brothers are edified and, take the sound advice. Prove everybody that's around you. Make sure that you got solid dudes around you, mainly the Akim. All right, with that being said, I'm going to give all praises, call Allah, unto Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.